to the Prime Minister on the next step to be taken. But let's be guided. Let's understand this thing. Anybody that is talking about sit at home, Nnamdi Kanu has said it openly that I do not support sit at home. I am not the one encouraging sit at home. But the only reason why the federal government are holding him captive is because they know that he is the key to the Biafrans. Whoever that is coming out now, talking about Biafra, we are seeing how it's going to go. Some people have given 100 days. Some people gave 90 days. Others give 200 days. We are going to wait and watch. 200 days that you are thinking about. Uru. And by the time it reaches, you on your own will be like, oh, wonderful, beautiful, homely, you know. But the 100 days you give will come. It will come and go. But let's be specific on this Biafran actualization so that people will not be confused. We have IPOB, we have MASOB, we have autopilot. How do we handle these things? Ama m na Igbo enwere eze. Ma ọ bụ na anyị butuo, anyị ga-aghọta ife nkwa na akwa. We can't be misled. We are Igbos. We are Biafrans. However way you want to do it, we can't be misled. His zeal to actualize Biafra is something that shouldn't be taken for granted. I know why I keep saying this. If we don't correct this very mistake, a lot of things will keep going wrong. And by the time things keep going wrong, a lot of mischievous behaviors will be tolerated. And I ask again, those who are meant to answer this question, you have not given me an answer that will keep asking. What is your intention to lock down a whole, what will I call it? A whole zone, states, country, and order them to go and sit at home? How will they survive? How will they make it? These things must be looked upon. As little as it is, it must be looked upon. So that I am kwachaka tiro kukaki. I am kwachaka tiro kukaki. Wherever this kind of misunderstanding is coming from, I believe that Biafrans would have corrected it long time ago. How long are we going to continue to hover on things that would have settled for a very long time? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still the leader of Biafra, not just IPOB. Biafra at large. Why I said IPOB? Because for some of you that sees IPOB as an organization. IPOB means Indigenous People of Biafra. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands as the leader. Stand and restand as the leader of Biafra. Whatever you see, don't take it for granted. All must hail Biafra, the land of the rising soil. Imagine after going through the stress of fighting for Biafra actualization, you get to see people who talk about the unnecessary battles that shouldn't be fought by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, the most important thing here is that whenever I preach, I tell you about the things of life that has been going on and how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been failed by the same people that he fought for. You see, the people, don't blame the Igbo race, because the Igbo race are actually looking for a hope. Somebody that will get them out of the mess. For over how many years? 50 years, 60 years after the Biafran War, Igbos have been hovering around looking for hope. Somebody who will be their hope. That is why anybody that comes out with the name Biafra, comes out with the name of freedom, comes out with the name of freedom fighter, they tend to follow the person behind. Follow me as I reveal a lot of things for you in this very news. You see, I learned that IPOB met with the Israel government over the issue concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after Netanyahu was announced the prime minister of Israel. Before, previously, he was the prime minister of Israel for over 13 years, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comment section. Then another young man took over from him and stayed there for not just probably a year or so, or months. I can't count, I've lost count. But listen and listen attentively. During the time that Netanyahu was the prime minister of Israel, he performed well. When he talks about battles, when he talks about people prognosing, piercing Israelites to their eyes, he stopped it and stopped it entirely. We must learn and be guided for every reason, because there is no future in telling lies. There is no future in following liars. And there is no future in following a man who has no direction. Now, let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu. The update has been given, and this is what we need to follow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, throughout his struggle and for the restoration and the actualization of Biafra, he has marked out a portion that strictly signifies that every Biafran must be protected, must be preserved, must be worked on, must be, kept in an atmosphere, a conducive, a protective, an atmosphere that is productive. How is it going to happen? In this very case, we have some revelations, we have some open waves, we have some open doors, we have some things that shouldn't be limited. Now, this is where it begins. Biafra restoration has become something that is more significant in the ears of us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kept behind bars. So many people have come out talking about they are now freedom fighters. I asked a question politely. I said, how do you intend to keep people on lockdown for 2 weeks, 2 months, 4 days, however the time is? How do you intend to keep them on lockdown without proper information, without proper arrangement? You can't just be outside the country and say, okay, everybody go and sit down, go and sit at home, don't do anything. Who is it going to affect? What about those that cannot afford? They live on daily meal by selling their selling their corn, selling their food along the streets, and whatever money they get, they use it to survive. How will those kind of people survive? When we talk, let's think. Some people said, if the war comes now, how am I going to survive? And I asked them a question again. War came during the time of Ojukwu, and Biafrans were not prepared. We saw how people died. Most people that died in Biafran war died as a result of hunger. Are we going to repeat some mistake? It's a twice beaten shy. Don't allow same mistake to meet up with you. The update has been given.